Jai Hind. Welcome to JS Nexus Current Affairs series. In today's session, we are going to talk about India's commitment to disarmament and non-proliferation of nuclear weapons. So in this regard, we will discuss about the news, India's no first use doctrine, India's commitment to universal nuclear disarmament and its future commitments. So now, let's discuss about the news. The India-UK consultations on disarmament and non-proliferation took place in New Delhi on February 4, 2025. During the meeting, both countries reviewed key developments in disarmament and non-proliferation, covering nuclear, chemical, and biological aspects. Discussion also focused on outer space security, conventional weapons, the role of artificial intelligence in military applications, and various multilateral export control regimes. Now, let's have a look on India's no first use doctrine. India follows a no first use policy regarding nuclear weapons, meaning it has pledged not to use nuclear weapon first in any conflict, but will retaliate decisively if attacked with nuclear weapons. India formally declared the no first use policy as a part of nuclear doctrine after 1998 Pokhran II nuclear test. In 2023, India modified its nuclear doctrine to state that it will retaliate with nuclear weapons if attacked with chemical or biological weapons as well. The Nuclear Command Authority, chaired by Prime Minister, holds the power to authorize any nuclear response, ensuring civilian oversight. India's no first use policy aligns with its long-standing advocacy for universal nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation efforts. Now, let's have a look on India's commitment to universal nuclear disarmament. First is support for a nuclear weapons-free world. India has repeatedly called for complete and universal nuclear disarmament rather than selective non-proliferation. Second is no first use policy. This reinforces India's stance as a responsible nuclear power committed to deterrence rather than aggression. Third is non-signatory to the NPT due to its discriminatory nature. While India possesses non-proliferation, it has not signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty because it allows only 5 countries, that is P5, to possess nuclear weapons. The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty was signed in 1968 and entered into force in 1970. Fourth is adherence to a moratorium on nuclear testing. Since 1998, India has maintained a self-imposed moratorium on nuclear testing despite not being a signatory to a comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty. It supports global effort to ban nuclear testing if all nations, including nuclear-armed states, followed the same commitment. Fifth is promotion of peaceful nuclear use. India emphasizes the peaceful use of nuclear energy for development in power generation, healthcare, and agriculture under the International Atomic Energy Agency safeguard. Sixth is active participation in global disarmament forums. India has proposed and supported various disarmament measures at platforms like United Nations and the Conference on Disarmament. It has pushed for a comprehensive convention on nuclear disarmament at the United Nations, calling for a phased and verifiable elimination of nuclear weapons. And the sixth is member in non-proliferation regime. India is a member of key multilateral export control regimes including the Missile Technology Control Regime, Wassenaar Agreement, and the Australia Group. It actively seeks membership in the Nuclear Supplier Group to contribute further to global non-proliferation efforts. Now, let's have a look on India's future commitments. India supports the Fissile Material Cut-off Treaty and has been involved in the negotiation of the treaty. The FMCT is a proposed treaty that would ban the production of fissile material for nuclear weapons. It would allow the production of fissile material for civilian purposes. India joined the international consensus on the FMCT in 1993. It would allow the production of fissile material for civilian purposes. India joined all other nuclear possessing states in boycotting the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons negotiations in the United Nations in 2017. India views the Conference on Disarmament as the sole vehicle for negotiating a nuclear ban treaty. Next is India has not signed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. Along with the non-aligned movement, India is a strong advocate for a time-bound disarmament commitment from nuclear weapon states and may use the lack of commitment as a reason to refrain from signing the Comprehensive Nuclear Ban Treaty. That's all for today. For more such video, stay tuned with GS Nexus.